Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and we kick off today's episode with a very important mention. Never chase green candles. You've seen the prices over the last 24 hours, and like I mentioned, at the time when we looked at the indicators, there wasn't a clear move where we were going up or down. And I'm happy to say, and I hope that you listened to the advice and to the way that I explained the technicals yesterday, and I hope that you got yourself a much better entry than you did. Let's kick off today's show with Ripple's opposition to the Slack communication motion to compel. So we know that the SEC have asked for all the Slack communication, and Ripple's opposition now to Slack communication motion to compel has been released. So yesterday it went out. This document, it's quite late. I mean, not too bad. It's 19 pages. It's not that bad, but it's essentially Ripple's defense on this whole motion to get the Slack communication. I mean, what are they looking to find is the question, right? From the SEC. And also, why is it taking you this long to build your case? Like, if you've known about Ripple and you've been known about them for years and years and years, and you're still trying to chase things that can help your case, I mean, that to me doesn't sound like a winning side. So let's see where this goes, and let's see what this opposition document does. To be honest, there's not that much in here that we don't either already know, but it's essentially, lawyers going backwards and forwards against each other. Great that we have the internet nowadays to have the transparency to see these documents, but at the same time, I mean, it's weak. Like, this case has been weeks from day one. And look, let's see how this story unfolds. But we've got a great, so we've got some great charts, analytics to look into today. That's really more important than the garbage that's going on between this, which I think, by the middle of September, it's going to be over. And that's just a personal opinion. There is no facts to back that, but I'm just looking into all the pieces of the puzzle. And the pieces of the puzzle, to me, suggest that we are going to have a settlement in the not too distant future. Could be middle of September if all the stars align, like I've mentioned in previous episodes, or it could be that it is a little bit later. But I'll keep you up to date every day on how this story unfolds. Now, FX Street have come out saying Ripple's price prediction XRP is on track to reach $1.50. So they're saying that Ripple price is surfing on favorable tailwind in cryptocurrencies. Buyers are very much in control since mid-July and have taken out some crucial resistance. A break higher could see XRP to $1.50 and serve profit taking for short term. For those of you, of course, that want to take the short term profit at $1.50 compared to 51 cents. I mean, you've already 3x, so which is really, really cool at 200% profit on your initial buy-in. Happy days, very quick. Thank you very much. So FX Street are, talking about what's going on and, some of the key pointers here, but they're saying, we could go $1.50. I love this kind of analysis. They're so conservative. They're so late to the party. That they talk on this channel, on fxstreet.com, they talk about stuff that we speak about 3-4 days earlier. Just because of the nature, the way news websites are, they're always late to the party. Now, when we look at the key technical indicators, we got first major support level at $1.22, pivot level at $1.28, first major resistance level at $1.34, 23.6 fib retracement at 85 cents, 38.2% fib retracement at $1.06, and then the 62% fib retracement at $1.40. Now, if you found yourself right now going, I don't know what you are on about, Serpent, that means that you need to understand what the Fibonacci retracement scale is. And it is worth knowing. It really is. It is worthwhile you doing your research and understanding that and what that is and what it looks like. So please, homework, research, learn, adapt as much as you can about everything, right? Everything. Learn everything. So when you don't know something, stop, pause, and go there. Now, as the title of the video suggested, $2.50 by Friday. Well, look, a couple of weeks ago, when I first saw this particular diagram, I thought to myself, no, surely not. Surely it cannot be this simple. Well, right now, it is following it pretty pretty bang on. I mean, if you look at the orange, I mean, that is spot on. We will keep a very, very close eye on this. Now, by the suggestion of this diagram, tomorrow would be a very big day and a big candle. So let's keep an eye out. It's following it. It is following it really, really, really well. But it is certainly very, very, very important to keep an eye out over the next 24 hours to see, are we going to touch the $2.50 mark by Friday? So it will be very, very, very important to keep a close eye on that. Now, in news when it comes to Canada, interesting, very, very interesting to see what's come out of Canada. So Canada sees XRP as a utility token, not as a security, according to the Canada Tax Foundation. So very, very interesting to see this unfold. I mean, literally, it is like, what, the only country on earth, maybe America, that has a problem with XRP, and not to mention that it's an organization made in its own country. I mean, I don't know. We could talk about it on and on all day, but it is what it is. We do have a case in hand, and we'll keep you up to date with what's going on a daily basis when it comes to that. Now, this is getting very, very interesting. This is a support line that has been around since probably early April, right? So this line is a very, very important line. We went above it, and now we've gone back down below it. When we break above this and consolidate above it, expect $2 to be literally around the corner, which would go hand in hand with the whole $2.50 by Friday. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at all scenarios on how this is going to go. But let's go into Atani. Let's have a look at some of the indicators and what they are recommending us. Okay, so when I start to look at the indicators, I'm looking at the 12-hour right now. We are well inside the Bollinger Band again at $1.19, 7.79% down for the day. Now, keep in mind, we had a massive momentum run, right? So we've seen Solana smash all-time highs. We've seen Polkadot rallying right now. And there are coins in the top 100 that are doing really well. Terra is smashing it right now. And then, there is quite a few in the top 100 that are doing well. But when we look at the 12-hour, we are back inside the Bollinger Band. MACD is still bullish. The RSI is almost back into normal territory, but it was in overbought for a very, very, very long time, and that's why we needed a retrace. What goes up must come down and must retrace. The daily is back inside the Bollinger Band in a beautiful way. The RSI is still sitting on overbought, and so MACD is bullish, Bollinger Band back inside the Bollinger Band, but RSI is still in the overbought. Now, when we look at the hour and we look at this, there hasn't been that much volume. There hasn't been that much happening, right? We've seen go down, go up, go down, go up. Right now it's going a little bit up, but really there hasn't been that much movement. Now, when we look at the 4-hour, a little bit better, but we've been going down, and I think that we will continue to go down a little bit further before we begin the next phase. And I think that's when we will really start to make moves, go above that 140, above 142, consolidate above it, and then keep pushing forward. So at the moment, looking at this, looking at the indicators, looking at how this is all sort of structuring, a little bit more pain, and then we go up again. When I say pain, I mean being at $1.18 is absolutely fantastic, compared to where we were. And so a little bit down, and then we will continue to go up. But this is a fantastic lesson on never chase green candles. Ever. Anybody who chased green candles is already 8% down just in the last 24 hours. So that's what I mean. Do your analysis. Be patient. Any of you that have waited, you're already 8% ahead of the game. And just for simply 24 hours. Please, please, please have posture. Have patience. It will pay gigantic dividends. Not little dividends, gigantic. Let's have a look at some of the charts. All right, so we kick off with this, and when we look at this right now, and we look at where we are and where we're going, I think this next phase is going to take us to that $1.50, and that's the next stop in the bull run phase. So what we're going through right now is sort of this type of formation, right? So we go down, then we go back up to $1.50, come back again, maybe $1.25, $1.30, and then we go off into the $1.98. So this kind of formation I can get behind, and I think that this is one of the most likely scenarios. If we look at it from a different perspective, this is probably another way to look at it, right? So we go like that, $1.40, $1.30, and then $1.60. That's another scenario similar to this, but I think this will play out more than this. So just keep an eye out for that. Now, of course, if we were to go the opposite direction, then we would go down to about 92 to $1. So that window, a window between $1 and 92 cents. Now, you might be brave, right? And you might think, yeah, I'll wait for $1 and then I'll get in. Be careful. Be careful, right? I mean, you don't really want to risk it, because that is playing a dangerous game. And it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm telling you, from my perspective, I would rather get in at $1.18, know that I'm in, than wake up tomorrow and see $1.60. This is only my perspective and my point of view. I don't want to pass on whichever way you go with, of course, is absolutely right. And at the end of the day, we're all learning and we're all growing all the time. But just please be mindful that we may not hit $1. We may not hit that dollar resistance, and we could go straight to $1.50, go $1.30 for a little bit longer, and then go to $1.98. That is a very likely scenario. And I want to know in the comments below, do you think we're going to go to $2.50 by Friday? I mean, at the moment, I got to say, that chart, it is appealing. It is looks like it is following on a daily basis, but we will need a massive candle over the next 24 hours for that to happen. I personally don't think that we are going to $2.50 by Friday, just simply because I've been around long enough to know that XRP will do what it wants to do when it wants to do it. But we'll keep a very close eye. If we do get a massive candle coming up tomorrow, then we're going to really start to get excited about that concept. As always, if you learned something new, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.